students. At Khwarizmi High School, the Directorate of Marrakesh, the Regional Academy of Marrakesh Safi. Good afternoon, my dear students across Morocco, all the students who cannot actually have the chance to go to school because of the lockdown that Morocco is actually witnessing these days due to the spread of coronavirus. Good afternoon, dear viewers, dear followers. So for the newcomers and for the people who did not have the chance to follow my previous videos, please do not hesitate to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos about the second year baccalaureate English program. Or you can also follow, let's say, my videos on my Facebook page, which is entitled English for All, as it is displayed on the screen here. So here I am once again today with you. We're going to move on to a second, if you want, episode, or a second, if you want, video about the same lesson. So the last lesson that we actually talked about is linking words. Today we're going to actually move on to the exercises. So we have already talked about the linking words, and we tried to explain what do we mean by linking words, what is their function, and I tried to give, different, let's say, types and different kinds of linking words, and the use and their use, of course. Why do we need to use them, and how do we use them? We have talked about the logical relationship between sentences. We talked about the necessity of using these linking words in order to guarantee and to ensure a logical relationship between two sentences or two statements or two ideas. Today, we're going to work on, let's say, very few exercises, as you can see here. So we're going to start with exercise number 1 here. What does it say? Let's have a look at the instruction. So exercise number 1, find out the correct logical relationship. Okay? So we're going to see what is the logical relationship in each statement. We're going to read one by one, and we're going to discover, and we're going to come up with the exact or the correct logical relationship between the ideas that we have in these sentences. So let's actually start. So we have number 1, or A. Not only do foreign languages help us communicate, but they also give us a chance to explore foreign cultures. So as you can see here, we have sentence number 1 or statement number 1. We're talking, if you want, about the importance of foreign languages. So here we are talking about, if you want, the advantages, the benefits of foreign languages. So as you can see here, we have 2 benefits or 2 advantages. Number 1, they help us communicate. Foreign languages help us communicate with foreign people. And here, advantage number 2 or benefit number 2, they give us a chance to explore foreign cultures. They give us what? A chance, an opportunity to explore, to discover, okay? To discover foreign cultures, cultures of other countries, other people, okay? So, in order to link these 2 sentences, so we have 2 ideas here. They help us communicate. They give us a chance to explore foreign cultures. So the first thing that you're going to do is to find the linking word. I would like you to give me the precise linking word that we used in this statement. So, look at the sentence, please. Try to find it by yourself, then I'm going to give you the exact answer. Not only do foreign languages help us communicate, but they also give us a chance to explore foreign cultures. So the linking words that we are using here is not only, but also. Not only, but also. So, consequently here, you need to find out the exact logical relationship that not only, but also expresses. So, the logical relationship here is this one. Addition. Okay, so as you can see here, we have addition. We have foreign languages have 2 benefits. Number one, they help us communicate, and so we have used not only but also instead of, in order to what? To replace or substitute and. So they help us communicate and they give us a chance to explore foreign cultures. So the logical relationship in number one is addition. So I will try to underline it here. Let's go to B. Although schools are closed down, our teachers give us online courses. So, although schools are closed down, our teachers give us online courses. So the two ideas that we are trying to join or to connect or to link are, schools are what? Are closed down. So if the schools are closed down, will students have the chance to study? Of course not. They will not have the chance. They will not have any, let's say, chances to go to school because they are closed down due to some particular reasons. Okay? So here, even if the school is closed down, the teachers give us what? Online courses. So the teachers here are actually making some, if you want, they are taking some initiatives to guarantee and to ensure the continuity of, let's say, these students' education. Okay? So schools are closed. Teachers give us online courses. So as you can see here, the logical relationship that we have between these two sentences or these two ideas is that of what? Of contrast, or between brackets, concession. Concession, okay? So we have the logical relationship that we are using is although. So we have although, and of course, although belongs to the same family of some other logical relation, of some other linking words like though, even though, in spite of, and despite. So as you can see here, we have although schools are closed, or closed down if you want, our teachers give us online courses. So the logical relationship here is that of contrast, concession, or if you want, concession. Though there is, let's say, a very slight difference between contrast and concession. So I would like you to take it, let's say, not for granted, but try to assimilate it, and if you want, understand it and grasp the use of although in the context of contrast. Okay, because we don't have more, let's say, time to actually talk about concession here. So although schools are closed down, our teachers give us online courses. It's the same thing as schools are closed down, but our teachers give us online courses. So the logical relationship is contrast or that of concession. Let's go to C. We have the pandemic. The pandemic menaces humanity. Menace means threatens. It threatens humanity. It means that it's going, if you want to put an end to human existence on the planet. So the pandemic menaces humanity, hence all countries are taking rigorous measures. Sorry, we need an S. Are taking some rigorous measures. I repeat, the pandemic menaces humanity, hence all countries are taking rigorous measures. So we have two ideas here that we are trying to link, or that we are trying to join. The first one is pandemic. The pandemic, it menaces humanity. It threatens human existence on the planet. So all the countries are what? Taking some rigorous measures. So why do countries are taking, or why are countries taking these rigorous measures? It's because the pandemic menaces or threatens humanity or human existence on the planet. So the logical relationship between these two is guaranteed by the use of hence. So as you can see here, we have hence. So what does hence express? It simply replaces or substitutes as a result, or consequently. Look at this. The pandemic menaces humanity. Consequently, or as a result, all countries are taking some rigorous measures. So the logical relationship that we have in statement C is that of consequence or result, if you want. Consequence or result. Let's move on to D now. Due to some countries' indifference, if you want, here we have indifference. It simply means carelessness. Someone who is careless is someone who do not give due importance to a particular problem. So due to some countries, like what's happening now in Italy and the United States of America and some European countries, they were careless to actually deal with the spread of this novel and new pandemic. So due to some countries' indifference and carelessness, they lost big numbers of people. Many people died in Europe, and many people died in the United States of America and many other parts of the world due to what? To some, let's say, governors and some heads of states, if you want, carelessness and indifference. So we have here, due to some countries' indifference and carelessness, they lost big numbers of people. They lost big numbers of citizens. So the logical relationship that we have here between the two ideas here, we have the first idea is some countries' indifference and carelessness. They lost big numbers of people. So what's the link between these two ideas? So the logical relationship is guaranteed by due to. And due to here expresses cause. It expresses cause. We can simply say some countries, or if you want, because of some countries' carelessness, and indifference, they lost big numbers of people. Let's move on to statement E. China reacted immediately as soon as the first case of COVID-19 was spotted. I repeat, China reacted immediately as soon as the first case of COVID-19 was spotted. So what do we have here? We have China reacted immediately. It means that the Chinese people or the Chinese government reacted immediately, on the spot, at the right time, as soon as the first case of COVID was spotted. When they actually discovered the first, if you want, patient which who was suffering from the, if you want, coronavirus or COVID-19, they actually reacted immediately and they tried to take some, if you want, serious measures around, if you want, the Wuhan state or Wuhan city. So China reacted immediately as soon as the first case of COVID-19 was spotted. I repeat, China reacted immediately as soon as the first case of COVID-19 was spotted. It simply means that the Chinese people and the Chinese government tried to actually deal with the issue, with the problem, at the right time, at the exact time when they have actually spotted the first case of COVID-19 or coronavirus. So the link between these two sentences here is that of what? Time, because we have as soon as. So as soon as expresses this logical relationship, as you can see. So this is the first exercise about linking words. So through this exercise, I want you just to familiarize yourselves with the use of some, if you want, linking words that we have talked about last time. Okay? So I want you to familiarize yourselves with these logical relationships that we have in these ideas. I will try to give you another exercise in which you're going to fill out or fill in some, if you want, gaps with the appropriate linking words. Of course, after considering the logical relationship between sentences, please stay with me, don't go anywhere. I'll be back to you in a few seconds. So, as you can see, my dear students here, my dear viewers and followers, now we're going to move to exercise number 2. The instruction is as follows. Fill in the gap with however, thus, because of, despite, and moreover. So as you can see here, we have almost 5 linking words, 5 linkers, and here we have 5 sentences with some gaps, some empty spaces, or some empty slots, okay? So you're going to use the following linking words to fill in or to fill out the gaps in these sentences. And of course, I want you to concentrate on the relationship between sentences. So as you can see here, we have the absence of any cure. Absence of any cure. There is no treatment, no remedy, no cure, no vaccine. The future of COVID-19 is unpredictable. We don't know what's going to happen in the future, especially with this fact that there is no cure and no treatment for COVID-19. So the future of COVID-19 is unpredictable. So the future of COVID-19 is unpredictable. So we should actually find out the correct linking word that we're going to use. So we have the absence of any cure, the future of COVID-19 is unpredictable. So it is normally, the logical relationship here is cause. Which one or which linker he expresses cause? Of course it is because of. So that's the correct linker. We have because of the absence. It's the same as due. Okay? Due to the absence of any cure, the future of COVID-19 is unpredictable. Because of the absence of any cure, the future of COVID-19 is unpredictable. Statement B. The strong ties means relationships. Okay? The strong ties and unity. European countries let Italy down. So we have strong ties and unity. There are, if you want, strong relations or strong relationships with Italy from the part of some European countries. It means that all European countries are actually making one unity. But at that moment of the spread of coronavirus, all European countries withdrew from, the issue of Italy. They did not actually call for any help. They did not take any action in favor of this country. So, the strong ties and unity, European countries let Italy down. They did not help Italy. So what's the logical relationship that we have here? It is contrast or concession, as I told you. So which linker expresses contrast here? We have 2. We have however, and we have despite. So which one do you think is appropriate and more suitable in this context? It is despite. Despite the strong ties and unity, European countries let Italy down. It's the same, if you want, linker as in spite of. In spite of the strong ties and unity, European countries let Italy down. Let's move on to C. Morocco is a third world country. Morocco is a third world country. It belongs to the third world, not the developed world. It's an underdeveloped country. All citizens, the people, all citizens are aware of the dangers of what? Of COVID-19. It means that all Moroccans responded to the calls of responsibles and the calls of the King of Morocco and the calls of the government, the Moroccan government, to what? To start a lockdown for 1 month. So all the people responded to this call because they are aware of the dangers of COVID-19. So Morocco is a third world country. We belong to the third world, to the underdeveloped world. But people are what? Aware. They are conscious. They know the risk of COVID-19. They know the danger of COVID-19. So the link between these two, or the relationship between these two ideas or statements here, is contrast. We belong to the third world, to the underdeveloped countries, but citizens are aware of the dangers. So we have contrast. So we still have one linker that we can use to ensure this logical relationship, which is however. So the answer is however. Morocco is a third world country. However, it's the same as but. All citizens are aware of the dangers of COVID-19. Let's move on to D. It's another example about Moroccans. So Moroccans have shown awareness at this period, at this critical, if you want, period and situation of the spread of this virus. Moroccans have shown awareness. They actually paid attention. They are conscious of the dangers. They have shown cordial solidarity. All Moroccans have shown solidarity. They have tried to actually help each other, especially the poor category, the poor class. So all the rich people trying to help the poor people. So Moroccans have shown awareness. This is number one. They have shown awareness, the first idea. What's the second idea? They have shown cordial solidarity as well. So here we have two ideas which are talking about two qualities belonging to Moroccan citizens. So here we're going to actually find out that the link between the two sentences is addition. And we have only one linker of addition here. It is moreover. It's the same as and. We have Moroccans have shown awareness and cordial solidarity. Let's move on to E. All public schools are, if you want, education in the public schools. They've all closed down. But teachers opted for online courses. So, what is, if you want, the result or the consequence of, if you want, this closure? It is that teachers have opted, they have chosen another way of teaching. And another way of giving lessons, which is online courses. So the logical relationship between idea number one, public schools are closed down, and teachers opted for online courses, is result or consequence. So we have thus. It's here. All public schools are closed down, thus teachers opted for online courses. You can use other linkers like consequently or as a result, as you can see. So, my dear students and dear viewers, dear followers as well, I hope that you've enjoyed this lesson and I hope that you've actually got the maximum of it. So, this is the second exercise and we have corrected all the sentences. And I hope that you will actually do more exercises which are available on the internet. You can just log to one of the websites. You can Google, if you want, the word linking word exercises, and you will actually have an accumulation, a great deal of exercises that you can practice. Thank you so much for following me. Thanks so much for, being here with me throughout all the video. And I hope that you will actually stay in contact with all the previous videos through my YouTube channel, which is displayed on the screen here. And of course, if you don't have the chance to use YouTube, you can actually log on to my Facebook page, which is entitled English for All. Okay, Facebook page. Thank you so much for your time and see you in another video. Goodbye and have a nice day.